Hi. After studying about the globe and the maps, we have to study about how to locate the places on the earth. And here we have the topics poles and the equator. Earth is actually a spherical shape and there is no edge, so there is no starting point and where to begin, where to end. So there is no such landmarks in the earth. But we have got two reference points. One is the North Pole and other is the South Pole. And these two reference points are help us to locate the different places in the earth. And if you join the North Pole and the South Pole, we get the axis of the earth. Now, if you draw a circle around the earth like this, we will get one big circle at the middle, and that big circle is known as the equator. And this equator splits the earth into two parts. One is the upper part and the lower part. And we have a two part like this. And this upper part is known as the northern hemisphere and the lower part is known as the southern hemisphere. So thus equator divides the earth into two major parts. And equator from equator to the north pole, it is having 90 degree. So this north pole is represented as 90 degree north and the south pole is represented as 90 degree south. And next topic is about the latitudes. We call it as a parallel of latitudes because like an equator, there are large number of circles present on the surface of the earth. For example, this is the surface of the earth. This is the middle line equator. Like this, so many lines are present. At every 1 degree, there are one lines. And all these lines are actually imaginary line. There are no line, such line exist in real. And these lines are called parallel of latitudes. And the distance between each line is nothing but an angular distance and the angle will be at the center of the earth. Now if you move from equator to the poles, the latitude will become smaller and smaller and at the pole it will become a point. And there are 90 latitudes in the north, that is from the equator to the north pole there are 90 latitudes. Similarly from the equator to the south pole there are one more 90 latitudes. The value of the equator is 0. Suppose we take two places, Ernakulam in Kerala and Lindi in Tanzania. Both are present at 10 degree from the equator. To avoid the confusion, we have to use 10 degree north and 10 degree south because Ernakulam present 10 degree north of the altitude and Lindi that is north of the equator and the Lindi present 10 degrees south from the equator.